Turn the Page was just some song that Lars heard on the radio and loved it. Hey, have you ever heard this, you know, Turn the Page, Bob Seger's? Like, yeah, I really actually like that song. The lyrics are us. So that was an easy choice. Actually, I can't stand Bob Seger, and I've never met him, so nothing really against him. But every time, you know, growing up, the radio, just take them old records off the shelf. That's all I ever heard on the radio. It was like, you know, play some, you know, Aerosmith or something, you know. I would just turn the radio off. It would just drive me up the wall. But it was more the song, this song, and lyrically especially, it belonged to Metallica, just, you know, on the road again. It's just, we're the road dogs, and that's one song that we can really relate to, and it came out really well.
This song, to my knowledge, is the only one that we knew we were going to do years ago because of the lyrical content, and that it was so much Metallica. I mean, just the words that it says, that's Metallica.
Yeah.
We take our music to the people more than anybody in our genre of music, more, you know, for over the years and years and years. We've been the ones that went on the road and did it. And so that could not be more true for any other band. And so we knew that way back when, I'd say 5 years, 7 years ago maybe even, we knew we were going to do this song. How we were going to spin it, we didn't know. We didn't know if we were going to try to keep the folksy vibe of it, you know, electric piano, what the heck was going to happen until we actually put our hands on the instruments. For me, in 1973, this record came out. I was 10 years old. My brother, Greg, had it in the first week it was out, you know. So I've known that song for 25 years.
Wow.
And when I first heard it back again 4 weeks ago, after not hearing it for years and years, or just it blowing by on the radio or whatever, and actually listening to the song and singing along and not forgetting one word, and knowing all the nuances and all that kind of thing, and you know, this kind of vibe when you get just moved by a song. And that is one of those songs that always did it for me for some reason. I never knew that this would come to this, and you know, in my career or whatever, that we would actually put our stamp on it. But for that reason, it's close to here for me. I was born and raised in Michigan, and so was he.
Yeah.
And so that tie always, you know, just like if somebody's from where you know, you get that kind of thing, you're kind of proud of it or whatever.
I have to admit, out of all these bands, I wasn't a big Bob Seger fan at all. But, you know, when someone suggested Turn the Page, and I thought about it, and I thought, wow, Turn the Page, Bob Seger. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I can relate to that one. But once I heard it and I listened to the lyrics, I thought, wow, this is just a perfect song for James to sing. I mean, this song says James Hetfield all over it, you know. This is a Metallica song, you know, just waiting to be happen, or a Metallica cover song just waiting to be realized.
Bob Seger is an artist. It's not somebody who has sort of done a tremendous amount for me in terms of just the music that inspires me. But that song, so there you talk about a song more so than a catalog or an artist or a history. I was driving across the Golden Gate Bridge right up here, and it was on the radio, and I heard the song 1,000 times before, and for some reason I turned it up, and I listened to it from a different point of view. And when I heard it from a different point of view, it was just like, wait a minute, that song has Hetfield written all over it, in the lyrics and the phrasing and the melody, and I think that one day down the line we could do that song some serious justice. Wow. And more so than sitting down and going sort of like, I want to record a Bob Seger song, but just that song itself is such a moment, and it just has like such a vibe to it that you can identify with, just the whole road thing and the kind of sadness and the bleakness of it all.
Thanks, Gary.
Right on.
Thanks, Pop.
Gary.
Thanks, Pep. Thanks, Jared.
Thank you, Het.
Thanks, Les.
The end of time. Yeah, take off your dress.
There's a devil waiting outside your door. There's a devil waiting outside your door. And he's bucking and braying and pawing at the floor. And he's howling with pain and asking for more. There's a devil waiting outside your door.
While the empire's burned down, forever and ever and ever, ever, I'm another man. So help me, baby. So help me, baby. 'Cause I am what I am, what I am, what I am, what I am.
I'm your lover, man.
Try that one. Come on, Mars.
Your pretty eyes, I'll be seeing you again. Da da da, my darling, don't utter a single word. Da da da, my darling, just shut your pretty.
First one.
Feel so good, I feel so fine. Love the little lady always on my mind. Been blowing every night and day. Never gonna leave her, never going away. Oh, lovely. You know she made me feel alright.
Can you just sustain that so it doesn't sound so stiff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the mummified pharaohs pretend dead in their sleep, but yeah, don't touch, never ever steal, unless you're in for the kill.
The second line.
They're good songs.
Yeah, you gotta say goodbye. Yeah, 'cause I will eat your body.
full.
Yes, full
body.
full body.
Full body contact. Your eyes comes up.
Yeah, no, it's trying to figure out some nice thing. Let's keep staring at the camera.
What's that from? Zero.
From Holland?
Like nonchalant.
Hello, if you go to the ring. If you come this forward, that's nice.
Right.
I told you, you looking at me? You looking at me?
I know it's
Look at me.
So this is a very interesting idea.
Too
It's a first.
Oh, personality.
Get down, little man.
Cause I'm your love man, yeah. Love, love, yeah.
Can we do this? And arm to the car and more towards the camera. Okay, very nice. 1, 2, 3. And if you look at each
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Good.
A strong
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Right is right. Come on.
Come on! Our next contestant.
What year is that from?
That's from
This is the other day.
This
Oh,
is
these
like
are
classic.
oh, I see. I thought.
This is classic stuff.
brushes there. This is the best.
With the little.
The one with James. That's great. God, he nails that, doesn't he?
Boy, he just totally nailed it.
Everybody looking all
What are
cheesy.
these for?
They're probably going to be the back cover of the booklet.
Oh my God, is that great?
Got it. Is it a black and white thing, or are you gonna do?
Yeah, well, what he does, these are just the negatives. He burns them. You know, he's a guy that did the picture of John there. So this is just the rough. Then he burns them in a printing process, and they come out looking like really cool. That's pretty cool shit.
Definitely.
Huh?
He's good, man. He's really good. Yeah.
Why not?
That's too just different because tuxedo stuff is great.
What's going on is Bob is sleeping his hangover off. That's what's going on. While George Marino is, as always, working hard, and I'm just sort of floating around looking at CDs.
What's George Marino do here?
George Marino takes our master mixes, which would be these, and he tweaks them so they all, when you put them next to each other on a record, that they all have somewhat the same levels, they all have somewhat the same frequencies, they all kind of work together as a unit, wouldn't you say? Isn't that sort of mastering in its like most layman terms?
Yeah, we try to max everything out and get everything balanced properly so it's one
Right.
continuous listening record.
And it's loud.
And
It's loud.
And find all the sweet spots and
Yeah.
and then we play up on that a little bit.
She made me feel happy. It's good to know that she's on my own, even never going away. Someone to love me. You know she made me feel
Leave Mike Fraser's voice in there? Okay. Good.
Okay, so we got to backtrack to the end of Electric and see. Let's see what I have here.
Not back in 3 weeks.